Sometimes prequels can actually be good when they're actually done right. That would be this. What is going on, my fellow movie lovers, and welcome back to the Luke Ponto channel, here to bring you guys another movie review. If you guys are new here today, welcome. Hit that subscribe button down below, that notification bell right next to it. Hit that thumbs up and also share this video. You guys already know the drill. But today, you guys, it's because the sequel to this movie came out about a month ago. I figured I'd talk about the first movie, and also I will review the sequel. So we're going to be talking about Puss in Boots from 2011, directed by Chris Miller, and starring the likes, of course, of Antonio Banderas, Salma Hayek, Zach Galifiankis, and Billy Bob Thornton. A cast to boot right here. And it's a prequel to Shrek. What could possibly go wrong here? An outlaw cat named Puss in Boots, voiced by Antonio Banderas, his childhood egg friend named Humpty, voiced by Zach Galifiankis, and a seductive thief kitty named Kitty Softpaws, voiced by Salma Hayek, set out in search for the eggs of the fabled golden goose to clear his name, restore his lost honor, and regain the trust of his mother and the town. So when they announced this, that there was going to be a Puss in Boots spinoff, and it was going to be a prequel to Shrek, I was like, what? This isn't really needed because we just had Shrek the Final Chapter. But it's, you know, I guess at the time it was just money. But, you know, when I saw the teaser for this movie, this came out back when I was a kid. I was like about 8 years old when this movie came out. Well, technically I was 7 when this trailer came out. And I didn't really have a whole lot of faith in this movie. And when I saw it for the first time, I liked it. But then on this last rewatch, which I actually just rewatched this yesterday, I actually really enjoyed this movie. I think it's a lot of fun. It's a really good Shrek movie. I mean, this is the type of film that should not work on paper, but the way that it's executed, it works really well. Because of this animation, which looks stunning. But I feel like DreamWorks' animation has kind of upgraded ever since these movies came out. But let's face it, technology has advanced, so of course it's going to look better in the modern day. But this animation style looks great, and DreamWorks was just on top of their game, and they are still on top of their game. They made a huge comeback in 2022, but that's beside the point. Let's talk about this voice casting, starting with, of course, Antonio Banderas as Puss in Boots himself. Fear me, if you dare. I love that man. Ever since I first saw him in Shrek 2 back in 2004, I don't know, man. I was at a loss for words because, honestly, this is my favorite character out of the entire Shrek universe, is Puss in Boots. I've always felt that way ever since I was a kid, and yeah, this movie just, I don't know, man. This is the type of film I never thought I would need growing up, and it really does work out in the end. I really do love Antonio Banderas doing his thing, and he does have some vulnerability to his character, but there's not really much to it, and I'll get to that. But he does have some vulnerable moments in this film, for sure. But again, we'll get there. And Salma Hayek as Kitty Softpaws, a character that was just introduced out of nowhere that should not have worked. And she was a really good character. She was funny. She was such a badass. And easy to get behind her. And also, Zach Galifiankis as Humpty Alexander Dumpty. Where did this performance come from? I love this man. Like, Zach Galifiankis really made a name for himself for The Hangover. But him to be cast as an egg, as Humpty Dumpty in a kid's movie, that's a step in the right direction if you ask me. And I do like Zach Galifiankis' style of humor. And for it to come through with this film, it really did work in my book. So yeah, it's really good. It's a very well written film. It's beautifully shot. Again, the animation looks incredible. But that's not to say that Puss in Boots is a perfect film by any stretch. There is some issues with this movie, and it's just me getting into nitpicks at this point. First of all, there's like a 10-minute flashback sequence that kind of feels like it lasts for like 20 minutes. Like going into the backstory of when Puss and Humpty first met as kids. They basically met in this like little orphanage that when they were kids, but it kind of just felt like it went on for like 20 minutes. But I was just like, okay, this is not needed. I mean, yes, I know, but could you kind of speed it up a little bit? And I did like the characters of Jack and Jill, which I know Jack is voiced by Billy Bob Thornton, but I will put the actress's name down in the description below, or I can just put it right here, who the actress is that plays Jill in this. It's not their performances. They are great in this film, but I don't feel like their villainous, like, how do I say this? Their villainous, motivations. Their motivations aren't fully utilized, and we don't really get to know them very well. It's just kind of like, here's your villain. Okay, we're just going to move on. And it's just kind of like, I need a little bit of exposition here. Like, not too much exposition. I just need a little bit of exposition here to kind of understand these villains and, like, what they're trying to go for here. Like, and I don't know. And there's literally a Fight Club reference in this movie. You heard me, a Fight Club reference. And I was like, was that necessary? But I digress, guys, because Puss in Boots is still a lot of fun. It still holds up really well. 11, like, no, not even 11 years now. 12, it's supposed to be 12 years old. Oh, man, has the time flown by. Yeah, this film is about to be 12 years old. And I can't say enough good things about it, because I do really enjoy this film. I enjoyed this film quite a bit as a kid, and it holds up well as a 19-year-old adult. And if you guys still have not seen this movie, I think it is on Peacock right now. Go check it out. Give it some time. Give it some support. I do recommend it. So with all that said, I'm gonna give Puss in Boots a 4 out of 5. But yeah, this one, of course, I just really enjoyed. I didn't quite love it as much as I used to. Well, I just liked it as a kid, I meant to say. But I just liked it as a kid. But it wasn't like a groundbreaking thing for me. But, you know, I mean, I still really enjoy this film. And again, I do recommend you guys check this movie out if you guys have kids. Or if you guys just want a family movie night, I recommend throwing on Puss in Boots. It's bound to be a good time. But anyways, guys, let me know all your thoughts down below about what you thought of the first Puss in Boots. This is one of your favorite Shrek movies. This is one of your favorite DreamWorks movies. Let me know all of that down in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button right down below and that notification bell right next to it. Hit that thumbs up and also share this video. You guys already know what to do. But anyways, guys, look forward to more videos coming to your way very, very soon. I am going to review Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, of course, because I did tell you guys, because I wanted to review this film first before I talked about The Last Wish. And I think I'm going to go a little bit more in-depth with that review. But we'll see what happens. But anyways, guys, y'all are the best. Thank you all so much again for watching. If you guys want to see more content from me, make sure you subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.